growing up in a Catholic household, there was always this underlying Christian faith. Went to Catholic school, K through 12, and so everybody kind of generally plays by the same rule book.
Yeah.
And I think to some extent, I didn't realize how good of a thing that was. I think I kind of assumed that that was how the entire world was.
I can relate to
and I think that my sphere was so small. High school, getting ready to go to college, I had this sort of mentality with God that was like, you don't got to worry about me, man. Like, I'm fine. Looking back, that's such a like childish way for him. I'm giving him a break, right?
Got it.
But to his credit, though, I through college, I really did feel like I was kind of on my own. I asked for it. I mean, I literally asked for it. And so I was looking for community and friends and stuff, and nothing ever stuck because, again, I was avoiding thinking, oh, I don't need this. I don't need the churches. I don't
It's
need
like a
whatever.
box checked or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then towards the end of college, I started looking for churches again because I think in my head I was sort of putting together like maybe that's the aspect that was missing. But even then they were hit or miss. Some were good, some were bad, some were worrying. But that was, I sort of got through college and I had this, I guess, this belief that like, okay, so the world put down the rules, right? You go to college, you do your best, and then you get a job at the end, and you do all this stuff, and then like they didn't follow their end of the deal. I felt like I was stranded with this degree that
How many
I
people
had
feel that
wasted.
way?
I put all my energy in it. I had sacrificed my own happiness, and I was stressed out about this, and then I get to the end and they're like, oh yeah, we have no jobs for you. I kind of feel like I would have been happier had I not gone through all of that effort, but
That's so much like that must feel like a 3-card Monty Street trick, you know,
yeah,
where like
it
there's
felt
no,
like I got bait and switch.
yeah,
And so I was working minimum wage jobs with a degree. That happened. I know a lot of people that happened to. You know, it's depressing. It's shattering.
it wears on your
Yeah.
self-worth.
Exactly. So, you know, you live like that for a little bit and it just wears on you and you're depressed and you're not doing anything. And then finally, I just had this like complete breakdown of ego. It's just shattered. I'm like, okay, clearly I am not strong enough to face this world.
Wow.
Then I was scared because it had felt like I had spent so much time walking away from God. And I was like, okay, I know what that path looked like all the way out there. Now I got to turn around and walk back. I turned around and he was there again because it was pretty much
Beautiful.
within a couple of weeks that I sort of made this like, okay, clearly I can't do this alone. Can you help me out?
If you're lost, the quickest way forward is returning back to when you know you weren't lost. Even though that sounds just like
Exactly. It's the opposite. Most people say, you know, when you're in hell, keep going. And that sounds like great advice, but until you realize that Jesus is there and he loves you, he's at the gates. He's at the gates of hell saying, come back. Yeah, it was not a long walk back. It was the prodigal son. He met me at the gates.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And so an opportunity came for work out here that was, you know, tangential to my degree, at least. When I took it, came out here, my family had already moved out here for similar things for work. So I was kind of joining them, which actually was good too, is that it feels like our family was sort of pulled together again.
Yeah, it was
we were all
beautiful.
sort of separate. But then it was like my mother came out here for
You're a close family, so that's really cool.
Yeah, I didn't think that we were a close family until we were apart. I'm already in this place with my family. My family had found Encounter Church and had been going here. And so when we come to Encounter, it felt like that home that I was looking for. It really did, because it didn't just feel like something where we show up on Sunday and then like, cool, see you later. It felt like a community.
Some people were investing in
something that existed Monday through Saturday as well. And I realized that's what we wanted. I don't care how strong you think you are or smart you think you are, like you cannot face the world alone. And that's okay.
Yeah.
You need a community, you need God, you need these things, and it's not like a weakness. I always viewed it as a weakness that I must have had a failing because I couldn't take on this corrupt world. It's
Yeah,
like, no,
boy, that's relatable.
That's you. Having something that's based in scripture, which you would think is every church, but once you start looking around, you realize it's not every church. I think that was a big shock. I mean, it seems like this is something that happened over.
Yeah, it
10,
does. It
15
does
years.
feel like
It's not-
10 years the
it's-
chance
yeah.
it's sand shifted. Yeah.
So that was the
Wow.
first thing, is that everything based in scripture, I think, is a huge thing for us, because that's
The point.
steady rock that everything is built
Yeah.
on.
Your family are just
Well,
rock star
I can
people.
only speak directly for myself, but from conversations with like my entire family, we're all extremely, happy to be a part of this community.
Mike, what a joy. Hey, thanks again.